The important ones for US federal law is the Americans with Disabilities Act, which was passed in 19, and where things get a little bit messy with the ADA is obviously in 1990 the internet didn't exist yet. We were just a little too early. And so there's no language in the bill itself that refers to websites. And it's been actually kind of contentious over the years on whether or not the ADA actually applies to websites or not. And there was a case involving Domino's Pizza and the ability of people who use screen readers to be able to order pizzas on their app or on their website. But aside from that, there hasn't really been any clear court case decisions, and the Supreme Court has mostly declined to hear important ADA website cases. So we're still in a little bit of a state of uncertainty. And then I think it was about 2 years ago, the Department of Justice finally did publish some guidelines saying that yes, they thought that WCAG 2.0 AA did apply to websites, but we don't really know if that is going to stick until it's challenged in a court case. So there's still a little bit of a question there. And we should also say neither of us are lawyers. so
No,
So we're not
no.
offering any kind of legal advice or anything like that. We're just doing a quick overview of these laws. The other big federal law in the US is the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. And you might think, wait, there weren't websites in 1990. Now she's talking about 1973. But the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, Section 508, just says that when the federal government procures any kind of communications technology, that it has to be accessible. And the law was very general about that. And a website is definitely a communication technology. So that law definitely does apply to websites and other kinds of internet technology as well. And then there's also Section 504 of that act, which extends that criteria so it also applies to institutions that receive federal funding, must have accessible websites.
Mhm.
So those are the big like national ones in the United States, but of course there are literally like hundreds, if not thousands of others in the US accessibility laws all over the place.